Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz, TGIF, and happy Friday. The big news today is that Bitcoin has crossed the $9,800 mark and is increasingly approaching that 10K point of major resistance. All eyes are on the price of BTC. We'll cover that on coinspeaker.com. We're also looking on altcoinbuzz.io at the Phemex cryptocurrency derivatives exchange and what makes that so special. Here on theblockcrypto.com, we're talking about DeFi protocols and how they've crossed $1 billion. And finally, we'll point you in the direction of Pantera Blockchain's Crypto in 2020 letter, looking back a little bit to 2019, as well as looking forward to all that is coming up in 2020. Stay tuned as well to the end of this video for information about the crypto tag Zeus starter kit, which we'll be giving away tomorrow in Saturday's video. Let's first take a look at the markets, however, on coinmarketcap.com. We are at $279.2 billion total market cap right now. Just about everything up except for Bitcoin SV. Bitcoin itself up 1.6% on the day. Binance Coin doing really well. As you can see, up 10.51%. Binance Coin is at $21.86. Bitcoin right now at the time of this recording, $9,800.47. Dominance continues to fall 63.9%. Generally speaking, that would suggest that the altcoins are soaking up a lot of the funds, a lot of the money that is coming into the sector. Check out Tron as well. Notable pump at 12.27% in the last 24 hours. Tron now at 2.3 cents. On coinspeaker.com, Bitcoin price hit 9,800 yesterday as whales moved $2.4 billion in BTC. The Bitcoin price shot up 4% on Thursday to surpass what we just saw at $9,800, along with a sudden spike in the open interest. Whale Alert on Twitter, make sure you're following at whale_alert, spotted Bitcoin whales moving billions of dollars worth of BTC on the Bitcoin blockchain network. And as per the handle, the whales moved nearly $2.4 billion worth of Bitcoin in just 5 transactions. The total amount of BTC tokens transferred was 248,360 BTC. For the sake of transparency, writes Whale Alert, we took a closer look at several blockchains and their whales. In this first article of a series, we discuss a famous Ripple whale, find out how rich they really are on our Medium blog. It's beyond just Bitcoin, however. Many altcoins are also contributing to this most recent market rally that we're seeing, and many are calling for a renewed and a rejuvenated altcoin bull market that we've now entered. Ethereum is a great example. It now sits at $221, and it's been on a tear. It's increased by more than 4% within the last 24 hours, 5% at the time of this recording. The coin stated here is trading at $217. As I just mentioned, it's now even higher, $221. It's moving very well for the month of January. In fact, here is the monthly chart for Ethereum. It had lows about a month ago in early January of approximately $136. As I mentioned, now $221. So we're talking about gains in the vicinity of 60% in 30 days. 60% in 30 days. And as always, a multitude of real-world factors are contributing to these price hikes. First of all, there are the geopolitical tensions of the world, the very real health concerns of the world in the form of the coronavirus, which is unfortunately getting more and more serious and more scary every day. Quote, it's not clear whether Bitcoin will function as a safe haven in coming geopolitical turmoil. It's not clear how much institutional appetite is actually here for all the institutional crypto offerings being launched. And it's not clear what impact the upcoming Bitcoin block reward halving just 4 months away will have on the price of Bitcoin. None of it is 100% clear, but I think it's fair to say that all of these factors are affecting and influencing the prices that we're seeing now, which have been on the rise steadily for, I'd say, a couple of weeks now, at least, if not a month. I think you would agree that by any measure, it's been a very good start to 2020 in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Let's take a look now at the Phemex cryptocurrency derivatives exchange and what makes it so special. Article here by Deepika, bringing Wall Street level sophistication to cryptocurrency derivatives. At its core, Phemex is a highly sophisticated cryptocurrency derivatives exchange and is a product led by former Morgan Stanley executives. After its 25th of November 2019 launch, the exchange has attracted close to 35,000 users and an impressive maximum trading volume of $400 million. $400 million. Phemex is promising higher performance and reliability. The former Morgan Stanley executives felt the crypto market was missing something crucial. With extensive experience from the traditional finance sector, the leaders eyed the gaps quickly, and it was the lack of a user-oriented approach and trustworthiness of both retail and institutional investors that urge them to build Phemex. Jack Tao is the CEO of Phemex, and he believes that current cryptocurrency derivatives in the market in which they exist are supported by exchanges that complicate the derivatives trading ecosystem, especially for retail traders who feel derivatives trading is complex and risky territory. It is, after all, a more complex subject, at least a more complex than average kind of subject. And so all of this helped set the design criteria for Phemex. For one thing, Phemex promises to be 10 times faster than traditional crypto platforms. The exchange operates with a latency speed of 1 millisecond, and as a result, the order entry and response times for both retail and institutional investors are invariably low, work with unmatched throughput of 300,000 transactions per second, and the promised uptime of 99.999% gives it an upper hand over existing leaders in the space. Read here more about Phemex's security, which is very high, what makes it unique in this derivatives space and in the cryptocurrency space, their roadmap for 2020 and everything they have planned. They have some very lofty ambitions, but realistic ones as well. It's quite impressive. And the referral program, you can check that out and learn about how you can earn money just by referring other users. Phemex promises to revolutionize the crypto derivatives market that has already overtaken the spot trading market. By offering high leverage and low risk, Phemex uncomplicates the cryptocurrency derivatives market for traders, and such projects are expected to play a pivotal role in accelerating mass adoption. None of this, as you know, is financial advice, but check out the rest of Deepika's article for more information on this pretty interesting platform with a fairly bright future by my estimation. Tying back in now perhaps a little bit to our look at Ethereum's rise in January of 2020 on the blog crypto.com, the value locked into DeFi protocols, decentralized finance, has now crossed $1 billion. $1 billion with a B. DeFi, of course, is an important and growing aspect of the infrastructure that Ethereum is supporting kind of behind the scenes. And as I've argued in the past, I believe that the value that can be associated with the Ethereum network will far surpass Bitcoin's market capitalization. That's not to say Ethereum itself will surpass Bitcoin in terms of market cap, but the value on its network almost certainly will. That's my bet going forward. So the total money locked into DeFi applications and protocol has crossed $1 billion. Maker remains the market leader with nearly 60% dominance, but is the value locked an ideal metric? The block's Matteo Leibowitz noted last month that the metric fails to accurately reflect DeFi activity. There remains some debate as to that point, but nevertheless, we have hit a milestone with $1 billion that has now entered the decentralized finance applications and protocols network. And to put that in perspective, we're up nearly 100% since the end of 2019, since December 31st, 2019, where we sat at $670 million, just about $671 million at the end of 2019. So really just over a month ago. In fact, just Maker itself, which is the Ethereum-based lending protocol, has now swallowed up a chunk of the pie, 60% dominance, equivalent to $597 million, which is itself almost the entirety of where the market was at the end of last year, December 31st, 2019. Needless to say, things are moving quickly, and it's an optimistic space to be in. Here's how things look by the numbers. As you can see, the price spike has been pretty noticeable and dramatic in terms of the graphs. DeFi projects, Synthetics and Compound rank second and third, respectively, with amounts locked in at over 156 million and 125 million. Other projects include decentralized exchanges such as Uniswap, Bancor, and Kyber, who have all seen growth this year, referring to 2020. But here's the important observation, guys, at least in my opinion, whether we're talking about Maker or Synthetics or Compound or any of the other ones, the chain is always, in every case here, invariably Ethereum. Ethereum is going to be the backbone of this entire infrastructure, and the network value, in terms of the value that is going to be placed on that network, on the Ethereum network, is going to far surpass the market cap of Bitcoin. That is my projection. It's what I'm predicting we're going to see in a few years' time. And as the article writes here, some market observers note that the surge in DeFi value is most likely because of the price of Ethereum, which has been going up lately. It's gone up over 52% in the last 32 days. As we just saw, it's really been closer closer to 60%. That's certainly a possibility, but that sounds more like the tail wagging the dog to me. I think more likely the fact that people are entering the DeFi space is what is adding value to Ethereum rather than the other way around. I could be mistaken, but let me know your thoughts about that in the comments below. I would suggest that the interest in the DeFi space first and foremost, and the money flooding into that sector, is what is increasing the price of Ethereum rather than the other way around. However, that's just my opinion. Finally, for today, just want to point you in the direction of this Medium article, Crypto in 2020, Pantera Blockchain Letter, January 2020. For the most part, this is a community update and newsletter that is kind of a promotional piece, a self-promotional piece. And I'm not saying that condescendingly. There's nothing wrong with that to look back on the year that was in 2019. As you can see here, Pantera is celebrating some of their numbers and some of their metrics. These are the milestones that they were looking at, and some of the accomplishments they were able to celebrate over the course of 2019. So nothing wrong with that. If you're feeling nostalgic, take a look at this. But specifically, here's what they point to in 2020 in the year ahead, or I guess the current year, but moving forward. Scalability is something that they've identified as a major issue and a very important one. And decentralized finance as well. This number is always changing. It's already outdated here. It was quoted as $430 million USD. As we've seen, it's much higher right now, but they do, however, identify the leaders, Compound and Maker. So that's going to be a big one moving forward. Payments and merchant adoption is going to lead the way and help towards mass adoption in general. So that's an important variable that they've identified as well. Institutional interest is always something at the top of mind. Libra and Calibra, whether they're successful or not, and I think not is really more likely at this point, that's still going to have an influence. The block reward halving of Bitcoin in May of 2020 is obviously going to be weighing heavily on people's minds, analysts in this space, but beyond just the people that live and breathe this stuff, basically the general public. Real Vision interview, you can check out the rest of their stuff, what they're interested in, what they want to do and accomplish in the year leading forward, as well as some of their leadership. We'll link to it in the description below. It's a pretty good read, again, from Pantera Capital. That about wraps it up for today, everybody. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io for all the latest. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications if you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget about our giveaway happening tomorrow. We're giving away another Crypto Tag Zeus starter kit. To be eligible for that video, you got to make sure you're subscribed to Altcoin Buzz on YouTube. You got to like our videos and you got to comment on our videos between giveaways, because we select first a video at random and then a comment, and thus a subscriber and a winner at random. Best of luck in that contest. Best of luck if you choose to invest on this Friday. Have a great end to your week, everybody. And as always, we hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.